Because you can always...
It's on!
You can always write it in, caption it in.
Attention students! Today I will be reading Leo horoscope for June 2012 by Susan Miller.
How is your career going, dear Leo? You are now in the final 10 days of having very fortunate Jupiter brilliantly lighting your career sector. Once you reach June 11th, Jupiter will say his goodbyes and leave, not to return to your fame and honor section until 2023. Character? Give me a character.
No, just... you have to start.
Just give me a character.
British.
Until then, you have an outstanding edge in all professional matters. If you can think of any top executive you'd like to meet, present an idea or a proposal. Consider making that appointment early in the month. I want to make clear that when Jupiter leaves, it does not mean you won't advance in the coming 12 years, but it does mean it will become harder to make the quantum leap you can make now. Plant the seed now. You won't crystallize things in 10 days, of course. How could you? Things take time. But in astrology, it is when you begin that counts most. Jupiter can give you what you want, but you have to demonstrate what that is and show a willingness to meet Jupiter halfway. As with all things in the universe, you need to clearly show your determination and intent, for it is the only way the universe can respond.
Newscaster.
Venus rules your solar 10th house of career, but it is currently in retrograde, and that is not an ideal situation. Venus rules your career, and when Venus is in retrograde, it is hard to make career progress. Still, Jupiter is powerful and currently in your house of fame and honors, so I feel you should make your appointment to present ideas anyway. Is there any idea that you had put on the back burner? Look at that project again. Any retrograde planet that will say that it's time to take out former ideas, dust them off and add new elements, and present them again. No matter what your situation, I feel you can and should use these final days of Jupiter in Taurus to your advantage. If you can think of anything you'd like to do professionally, swing into action. Back to you, Mark.
Surfer dude.
Venus rules your solar 10th house of career, but is currently retrograde, and that is not an ideal situation. Venus rules your career, and when Venus is retrograde, it is hard to make career progress. Still, Jupiter is powerful and is currently in your house of fame and honor, so I feel you should make your appointment to present ideas anyway. Is there any idea that you had put on the back burner? Look at that project again. In retrograde planet will say it's time to take out former ideas, dust them off, and add new elements and present them again, no matter what your situation. I feel you can, man, and should. Use these final days of Jupiter in Taurus to your advantage. If you can think of anything you'd like to do professionally, swing into action.
Luther.
If you walk in a creative field, you may see a huge development in the full moon eclipse June 4th, or a month to the day later, July 4th, and allow for either date a plus or minus of 5 days. You may finish up a big project, or be given the green light at long last to begin one. Make sure you understand the financial details, as there is some indication that you may be unclear about part of the plan. Also, as you wrap up your project, costs may go to overruns, and you may not have much choice but to cover them. Finish the project and move on. It does appear to be an important project, and so it may give you lots of other opportunities if you do a great job on this one.
Australian.
As I just hinted at, we have a major eclipse on the June 4th coming up, and because eclipses mark some of the biggest points of any given year, we need to pay full attention. Last month, we had a very friendly solar eclipse, so as we enter June, we are between two eclipses. The first eclipse of May 20th will continue to bring many people into your life. If you may have recently attended an important party, which I did, wedding or professional conference, or joined a new club where you could become in contact with many new acquaintances and those people appear to have much in common with you, One or more of the individuals you came in contact with last month are likely to be important to you in the future. So cultivate new friendships, mate. You may be expanding your friendships personally or professionally, or both. You may have a fistful of new business cards in your pocket. So follow up with those individuals. Don't just put a rubber band around them and pull them into the drawer and forget about them. Take another look at them.
Samantha.
Gemini is a travel sign. So you may have had to drive or fly to a networking or social event that drew a large number of people together. If so, take this as another sign that being open to new people will turn out to be vital to your personal growth. Have you ever considered the idea of joining a new club? Fill out the forms, get the letter of introduction, and send in your form, and expect the best from mixing and mingling. You will do.
LaShondra.
If your birthday falls on July 22nd, you did or soon will benefit from that May 20th eclipse. That one was a solar eclipse, and those are actually very powerful new moons. That one, falling so close to Jupiter, the great benefic, would open a door bringing some very important to you to come to know. If you have any planets in your chart or at or close to 0 degrees, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Gemini, Leo, Aquarius, you will see an uptick in your social life, bitch.
A mother.
Honey, no matter when your birthday falls, you will need to get ready for the second eclipse. A lunar full moon eclipse due June 4th. They always come in pairs as new moons and full moons, 2 weeks apart. Tommy, get off the slide! Get off the damn slide! This one will fall in Sagittarius, 14 degrees, and because Sagittarius is a fellow fire sign like yours, I said get off the damn slide! You will likely benefit from what happens, if not immediately, then later as events play off. Okay, next one.
Your roommate.
Hi. Clearly, your personal life will be the main subject of the eclipse, and work to refresh and transform all of your closest ties. Falling in your house of love. If you're single, you can expect lots of action in your love life. You may meet someone new or make a major decision about a person you've been dating. You know, to stay or go. If you are attached, this eclipse may train your mind on a pregnancy or a child you have now who needs your help.
Your dad.
The June 4th eclipse is mixed. Certainly it will heighten emotions. All eclipses will have almost faded quality about them. Eclipses demand progress, so if you had hoped to keep the status quo, that won't be possible. Eclipses demand clear answers and lots of progress, sweetie.
Is that it?
Nope, there's more. More characters. Come on, bring it on.
Well,
Can't you think of anything else?
JS.
This particular eclipse will be mixed in outlook. Mars will be in a tough position, so it appears to be more money concerned, with Mars urging you to spend more, and Neptune, an opposite financial house, to shut down the nap in retrograde. Neptune will bring a note of confusion. You will have to watch cash flow a little closer than usual. Still, Saturn will be nicely angled in civil Uranus, and adding a note of surprise and stability. Both Saturn and Uranus are slightly in far degree, but close enough to help you. If your birthday falls on August 5th, plus or minus 5 days, or if you have planets at 14 degrees of Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius, you will feel this eclipse more than most. And although you may experience tension in regards to love or in regards to a pregnancy or concern for a child, you will come to a good outcome if you keep the faith. This eclipse is about Gemini and its ruler Mercury, and Mercury, bless his heart, will receive very sweet missives from Saturn. This tells me this outcome will be likely good. I can see everything in your chart, but I like what I can see from here.
More pelvic show.
What the hell is that?
What? What?
What? You currently have 4 planets in Gemini, and by June 11th, you will have 5, all filling your house of friendship. Your friendship may be important to you now, but you have not seen even half of it. They will start to become prominent and unusually helpful. In fact, one friend may become pivotal in your progress, a true linchpin, bitch, in the experience you are about to undergo. The reason I say this is that Jupiter, the great uncle who brings gifts and luck by the bushelful, is about to move into Gemini on June 11th and will work with you to allow you to realize a deeply held goal that you are passionate about. With so many planets in the double-bodied sign of Gemini, you may have 2 friends or 2 delicious opportunities. The house of Jupiter is heading to the part of the chart that also rules, aside from friends and new acquaintances, charitable and humanitarian causes. This tells me that you may get involved with a community cause that you will be passionate about and that will allow you to make a difference in the group you will be focusing on helping.
Are you Irish?
I don't know.
Do Irish.
I don't know how to do Irish. That's a hard one.
Boston.
Jupiter will remain in your 11th house of friendship and groups for a full year, until June 2013.
My Jersey Shore.
So truly, it will be an area of personal growth for a long time, sweetie. Very often, energy will ping from one house to the opposite house, so you may see benefits in love. Should you break up with someone this month, you may simply be clearing the basket to allow the universe to fill it again in a better way in the future. This is a long trend, so stay optimistic. I'm not saying you will break up with someone, but if you do, you will have lots of social invitations and plenty of ways to meet new people. This is a long horoscope.
I know. What about the Kardashians?
As if all this were not enough to emphasize on your private life, this month will bring a second new moon in Gemini, 29 degrees, on June 19th, the second in a row. While the one last month was more powerful of the two because it was a solar eclipse, new moon, this one will be important too because it will underscore the powerful theme of friendship in your chart. If your birthday falls late in the sign, say within 5 days of August 21st, it may be even more important than the May 20th event last month. If you have any planets at 29 degrees of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, you will too benefit from this new moon. We're almost there.
What else?
Southern. Venus is among the gain of 5 in your friendship house. It has been in retrograde since mid-May, which means the area that Venus rules, namely love, romance, luxury, good looks, pampering, all the fun parts of life will be subdued and possibly missing until Venus turns direct on June 27th. This is certainly not the time to experiment with your looks, so don't plan to try a radical new hairstyle or have any plastic surgery now. On the plus side, any retrograde planet will ask you to think again. So if you may spend time this month reviewing a close relationship in love or friendship to look for patterns or points to improve. Elmer Fudd.
Okay.
Venus is about to do something very rare. So rare, we will not see the event repeated in our lifetime. On June 5th through 6th, Venus will march in front of the Sun and become between the Earth and the Sun, similar to the way the Sun is eclipsed by the Moon, by elbowing her way in front of Earth in a solar eclipse. Venus is too little to eclipse out of the Sun, and because of her position, she won't block the Sun, but you can see what I mean in your mind's eye. I don't like that one. Okay, let's stop and watch.